All right, right now we're joined by our next guest here in the studio, John, right?
Jonathan, yep.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Jonathan here with us. Jonathan, of course, Jonathan Olinto,
There you go.
a commercial system designer with Sunlight Solar Energy. This has got to be an exciting time for you also. The last guest we had here that we were speaking with, he's in this business of giving better foods, herbs, all those type of things to make us healthier. Here you are now all of a sudden talking about solar energy. Big deal for a lot of people as we try to get ourselves away from those Saudis, those Arabs, right?
Yep.
And get ourselves a different alternative to get energy. Business got to be booming for you guys so far.
Yep, business is good. The state definitely helps out, the amount of incentives that they have.
Yeah. So how quickly, when we talk about getting a solar system or those panels on our homes, a big problem, of course, the biggest challenge is cost. Everyone's concerned about how much it's going to cost us. How quickly can a solar system actually pay for itself once it's installed?
Sure, the typical system is a 5 kW system,
Yeah.
around $40,000. And that might sound like a lot, but the average payback is between 5 and 6 years.
5 and 6
so
years?
it's pretty quick.
Yeah. And why are a lot of people starting to do this now?
The amount of incentives that are coming out to help finance the system definitely
Yeah.
makes it affordable.
So the state throwing in some good
Yep.
incentive, tax incentives?
They actually have a 30% federal tax credit,
Yeah.
as well as a rebate that we take directly off the top. You can get a rebate as much as $10,500.
Yeah.
A new program which a lot of people are excited about is called the SRAC program.
The
Actually.
SRAC?
The SRAC, State Renewable Energy Credit Program.
Talk to us about that a little bit, Jonathan.
Sure, it was started in January 2010. The first, basically for producing renewable energy, the state will give you 30 cents per kilowatt hour.
Really?
Yep, and the one SRAC is equivalent to 1 megawatt hour.
Now what is an SRAC though? What is it? Is it like a turntable rack system you get in your home?
It's a credit,
Yeah.
credit awarded from the state, and
Okay.
it's equivalent to $300.
All right.
So
they give you that when you buy what?
once you produce renewable energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you get these solar panels and you have more energy than you need coming into your house.
Well, you're talking about net metering, two different things.
All right.
Actually.
So yeah.
That's
so
another
I'm,
incentive.
all right.
as
So
well.
I'm confused. My apologies. So this SRAC, how do we get involved in that? How do you get that credit back for renewable energy?
Sure. So you're going to produce renewable energy, and then once you produce a certain level, 1,000 kilowatt hours,
Yeah.
you're going to be awarded one credit or one SRAC.
Okay.
An aggregator, and then the renewable energy is monitored. So monthly, you're going to report how much energy you produce to what's called an aggregator.
Yeah.
And then once a quarter, you'll take the amount of energy you produce, and then you'll be awarded a certain amount of SRACs.
Okay.
And then you'll take these SRACs, and then you will trade them in an open market through the NEGIS.
Is that something that you imagine most people will start doing?
Oh yeah, definitely. I like to use New Jersey as a benchmark for
Please.
the SRAC
Yeah.
market. The SRAC price, the floor is $350 in New Jersey.
Yeah.
The ceiling essentially is double that, around $700. And currently, there's so much demand in the market for the SRAC that they're trading at 95% of the cost, or roughly $667 of the $750.
All right. So
ceiling.
I'm going to slow down again for a second, because in order to get the SRAC, I'm imagining that I would need to have some alternative plans inside of my house. I'm not using gas or oil, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I have to either probably using a solar panel.
Yep, that you'll be put on the top of your roof there.
Okay, so now in addition to the SRAC, though, you were about to say that I'd asked you about that other piece.
The net metering, which is another pretty solid incentive.
Okay, now how's that one work?
Sure, when you produce from the solar system more energy or electricity than you actually need, you're going to send that electricity back to the utility grid.
Yeah.
And then the utility is actually going to send you a check for the electricity that you sent back to them at the retail rate. So whatever you're currently paying, they're going to send you a check at the current retail rate.
All right, so some great incentives on why we should be doing it, but still a lot of hiccups here on whether we want to spend the money, because on the one side we said that the solar system would pay for itself in 5 to 6 or 7 years.
5 to 6 years, yep.
How long
payback.
does a solar system actually last then?
The panels are actually tested to last up to 45 years.
Oh, now we're talking. Okay, so that sounds pretty nice. So we break even 5 to 7 years. We still got so many people that live in their homes for maybe 25, 30 years. This could be a good program for a lot of people that maybe are just buying homes, or they know they're going to stay in it for at least the next 20, 25 years, I imagine.
Excellent program.
Yeah. So does it damage the roof, though? Because it looks a little hokey. You know, if you see the roofs, obviously they have those shingles and things, and now we have these panels on it. Are these panels destroying the roof, or do they hurt them in any way? Is that why people aren't getting them so fast?
No, that's a great question, too, and I get that every day.
Yeah.
In fact, it protects the roof. For where we put the solar system on the roof, it actually protects it. And then actually another fact here, another incentive as well that a lot of people aren't familiar with is when you install this solar system on your roof.
Yeah.
For every $1 of electric savings that you produce, it's actually going to add $20 to your property value without raising the property taxes.
Really?
To put that in some money, like quantitatively speaking, a typical system is 5 kW or $40,000. So once you put that on your roof, it actually adds roughly $20,000 to
the value to your home.
The value to your home.
A lot of people need that.
Exactly, especially in today's economy.
Yeah. Jonathan Olinto here, everybody, commercial system designer for Sunlight Solar Energy. Of course, a lot of discussion going on across the country when we talk about solar energy, alternative energy. It is just a matter of time, I imagine, Jonathan, that we will all kind of go toward this solar energy mindset. What's the hiccup, though? Why haven't more Americans done it quicker? Because it seems like a great program. It seems like a smart idea. Why aren't we just flocking at it? The sun's out today. We could be heating our hot water heaters and our pools, our showers. Why are we waiting so long to jump on this?
I think the installation cost and the lack of all of the incentives that a lot of people are aware of.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge deal.
Part of it.
Huge factor as well.
Yeah.
Also, solar technology is it's not as familiar to many people. A lot of people that I talk to say, oh, solar is a thing of the future. Well, in fact, it's a thing of the present.
Good point.
Exactly. There's so many incentives and so many reasons to start investing in renewable energy. It's a great time to get into it.
Good way to go. Hey, do you want to go take a couple calls?
Sounds good.
You like having some callers
Let's do
call
that.
in? All right, call us if you have any questions. I see Steve's on the line, but if you have any questions about alternative energy, maybe flipping your house from that old oil and gas nonsense to maybe letting the sun do some work for us, call us here at the studio, 888-205-2263. Let's go to Acton and talk to Steve. He's got a question or comment. Hey, Steve, what's good?
Scotty McCall, how's it going?
It's going well, man. How's it going with you?
It's a beautiful sunny day. It's a good day to think about solar electricity,
Isn't
right?
it? That's right.
Question is, on a house, I'm thinking, on my house in particular, I got gas, everything.
Yeah.
Except, of course, the light. Does that mean you have to, along with the system, you also have to think of a cost of, like a new water heater, for example?
That's a good question, Steve. How would people convert those? Do we have to get rid of all of our stuff now in our house and get all new stuff if we're going to use this solar thing?
No, that's an excellent question there. We actually offer solar electric and solar thermal. So as well as the PV side of the electric bill, we also do hot water as well. So the solar panels can produce hot water as well for the houses.
So, Steve, it sounds like you don't need to go and replace all that stuff.
So, like the gas water heater we have, we would just change the way the water gets heated, if you will.
Correct. And actually, for hot water, it only requires maybe two panels, if that.
Really?
Yep. So it doesn't take up a lot of space. It's a real quick and easy installation. We're looking at maybe a week.
Yeah.
On average. So.
Steve, when are you going to get the panels on your house?
Oh, I'm thinking about it. Can you throw out his contact info again for me?
Absolutely. You want it right? You ready right now?
I got my pen ready.
All right. Well, here for everyone else out there, if by chance you're looking for more information on getting these solar panels or figuring out how to maybe modify your home to save yourselves obviously some money, everyone's going to be doing it soon. We might as well start getting it done now. You can reach out to Sunlight Solar Energy. Their telephone number 617-332-1870. Again, I'll do it just in case you weren't ready. 617-332-1870. And you can also check them out on the World Wide Web, Steve, at sunlightsolar.com. So I tell you, it's just a matter of time, Steve, I imagine, before we're going to see all these panels on everybody's homes.
Oh, I'm thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Why not? I mean, why keep paying the Arabs when we can just let the sun do it, right?
You know what? We got free energy shining down on us. We might as well take advantage of it.
Might as well take advantage of it. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks for taking my call, guys.
All right, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're here with with Jonathan Olinto, everybody, talking about, of course, one of the biggest subjects that's not going away, and that's solar energy. We're looking for that alternative to oil that's now polluting the Gulf. We don't need that anymore. People are really trying to figure out how to do it differently, and of course keep some of the costs down. Jonathan, how does someone sign up for a site survey? Because again, that's really the gist of all this. If this were free, man, people would be lined up outside our radio studio right now to sign up. But it's not free. We still have to pay for it. But how do we sign up for a site survey that you guys can maybe come out and at least lay the groundwork, let people know what they would need to do to get started, how much money it would cost them, all that stuff?
Sure. Actually, the site surveys are 100% free.
Really? So you do a nice free consultation?
100% free. No
Can't ask for more than that, can you?
All they have to do is call in at the phone number there, 617-332-1870, and then we'll set up a time.
And there's no special, like there's no catches, no gotchas
nothing
or
at
nothing,
all.
right?
100% free.
Okay, that sounds good. So now, how about financing? Because that's going to be another one that people that might decide to do it, maybe they have some equity left in their home. They might decide to maybe finance some of this if it's going to save them money 5 to 7 years from now. Do you guys offer that type of financing system where people can at least not have to pay that big chunk all in one shot?
We offer a bunch of different ways to finance. In particular, Wainwright Bank. They offer a loan, a 5-year loan at 4.7, a 10-year loan at 4.75, or a 15-year loan at 4.99.
Really?
So that's one way you can
finance. And you know all this stuff
system.
This guy's pretty good. He knows all this stuff. He's not looking at any papers. He's ready.
He just knows it. I mean, these are the experts,
that's
the professionals. Right. Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
We actually are one of the only solar companies that offers a leasing program as well.
So for maybe some local businesses that might want to get themselves started here, but maybe they can't afford the whole nut, maybe they can